Hello, it's Yasmin here, broadcasting live. I love my sleeves today. Look at it. It's like ching, 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 ching. Live from the Class95 studio. Happy Vesak Day. If you're not celebrating it, then hey, it's a wonderful public holiday. I really hope you woke up late today and you're just doing absolutely nothing, just lounging around. Thank you so much for tuning in to Channel 5, also on simulcast on Me Watch. We're also live on our Class95 Facebook. Hi guys! Here's to doing nothing today. Really, do nothing, okay? But looking forward, tomorrow's a work day. I'm so irritating, right? Reminding you. It feels like a Friday, but tomorrow is a work day. And there's going to be video calls. And here's the thing. We found that official Star Wars images have been released for video calls, and they're awesome. So we decided to show you. Here's the first one. Take a look. Look at that. Kylo Ren's Star Destroyer. Can you imagine you can be on a video call and it looks like you're on Kylo Ren's Star Destroyer? It looks awesome. Also, another one, Imperial Star Destroyer Bridge. Yes. I don't know why they didn't launch or release the ones for the good guys, but those are that. And you can get it at StarWars.com. Once again, StarWars.com. Just search background and you can download it, and your video calls are going to be that much more awesome. There are also some other ones. If you're not a big fan of Star Wars, although May the 4th was recent, we also have very cute ones that have been released from Toy Story. Check it out. So cute. Aw, so friendly. And also, if you feel like you are a bit of a couch potato and you want to be with The Simpsons, that's the couch. And if you don't like to stay comfy, you can also have a background with the Iron Throne from the Game of Thrones. I think I like that one. This will be mine. My next video call, I'm going to use this background. So go online, search it, and, for your next video call, you can make it that much more interesting. But let's get to our...
It's Yassie's poll of the day.
My poll of the day is like that today. We're talking about the weather. So here's the deal. Which one would you rather put up with? So we're not talking about like a little vacation where it's a nice reprieve. You like the cool weather. We're not talking about winter that is 15 degrees. We're talking about winter every day, all year long. Winter cold, like if you get left out and overnight, you're going to freeze to death, kind of winter cold like Canada. Would you prefer winter cold all day, every day for the whole year, or summer heat? Vote now. 2 ways to do so. Ta-da! Facebook.com/Class95FM there. And also on Instagram stories at Class95FM. Don't forget to share why you like winter cold all year round, or why you prefer summer heat all year round. Vote now. We would love to hear from you. By the end of our little TV segment, we're going to have the results. Okay? In the meantime, we're going to go on air, so I'll chat with you on air. Let me set my panel.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Lunch break with Yasmin Chen.
Woohoo! Final full day of qualifications for Spin and Win tomorrow. Two people are going to win $5,000 each. You got to listen out for Portugal, the man. Feel It Still is the song of the hour. Call me when you hear it.
The best mix of music. This is
Class95.
Okay. Now, let me set my panel. We also have our little greetings because it's Vesak Day. Everybody's at home. This is good for cleaning the windows as well. Now, drop me your messages so I can send them out to that special someone that you missed, that you can't see during the circuit breaker period. Drop me a message on WhatsApp right now, okay? Don't wait till the end of the show because then we won't have time to get to it. 9125-9500. Ta-da! 9125-9500. All your greetings coming up soon. Okay, so today is Thursday. Happy Vesak Day once again. Sending you love. And we thought we'd do something different. We're calling it Throwback Thursday. So here's an interview that I did with Lukas Graham that I really want to share with you. Do you know who Lukas Graham is? So he's an awesome singer. He's been nominated for so many awards, including 3 Grammys. He gave us hits like this.
Mama said that it was okay. Mama said that it was quite alright. I
Also, this is a song that was nominated for 3 Grammys.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me go make.
And he also gave us this wonderful, beautiful ballad.
'Cause when you love someone, you open up your heart.
So that's Lukas Graham. You might recognize the songs. And usually these singers, if I'm going to be honest, they don't usually come to the studio because we go to them instead. But Lukas Graham was different. He came on in and we had an awesome, awesome interview. He's an awesome person. You really need to check him out. So I'm going to share this with you. The interview with Lukas Graham. Check it out. In the studio, we've got Lukas Graham. Woo! 3-time Grammy nominated for 7 years, which is an awesome song. Mama Said, Love Someone. Oh, I love that song, Love Someone.
Thank you very much.
It is so beautiful. So welcome to Singapore.
Thanks.
Is this the first time you're in Singapore?
This is my first time in Singapore and I'm loving it. It's very, very cold where I'm from right now. Very, very dark.
Yeah. How cold is cold?
Cold
Just to give
is
an idea.
Freezing.
Freezing?
Yeah.
You see, Singaporeans were like, yeah, we love that. It's always the nature of human beings, right? We want something else that we don't have.
We want what we can't have.
Exactly.
And
But it's cold.
And in truth, we'll have way more peace if we can just accept that we have what we have.
Yeah. And be happy with what we have.
I mean, I was super happy with the rain and the cold. I'm wearing shorts and sandals right now, and that feels great in January.
Can I just say, I really like your curly hair. It's so nice.
That is the humid weather here is making it a little frizzy, poppy.
Which is nice. For us, it just goes flat. So I'll spend time crimping my hair, making it nice and bouffant, have some body and then go out there.
And in Denmark, all the curly hair girls
Yeah.
spend time flattening their hair because they don't have
It's so funny.
It's like, why?
I know.
Why, like, so many people want your hair and now you're flattening it and...
And it's funny because Denmark and Singapore, we're quite similar in the sense that we have about the same amount of people, I think, about...
And we're very small countries.
Right. But you guys have a lot more space.
We have a little bit more space. It takes, an hour to drive across Singapore? And I think the longest you can drive in Denmark is like 5 or 7 hours.
Okay, that's a lot more. There's a lot more space.
The thing is that Denmark is spread out over like 100 islands. It's like so many small little islands.
Yeah.
And then there's one piece of mainland.
Okay.
So it's just spread out.
We're just like really compact. So first of all, the name of your band is your name, although your full name is Lukas Graham Forkhammer.
Forkhammer.
I know. Hi, I'm Forkhammer.
Yeah.
Did you ever get teased when you were young for it? Because it's Forkhammers.
I grew up in a neighborhood with no police force and no street lights, so a squatted settlement.
Right.
So we were more bullied for being from this neighborhood more than anything else.
Right.
Then you learn to fight back, and then the kids run home crying to their rich parents.
And you've had 3 albums, worldwide chart success. How has it been?
It's weird. As I said, I grew up in this neighborhood, so I grew up in a house with no toilet and no bathroom until I was 6 years old.
Wait, hang on. Then where do you go to do things?
Yeah, you go to the hallway where there's the washroom with where everybody did the washing, and there was also a little toilet there.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, that was just how we grew up. And of course, it was great to get a toilet. And now in the house I have with my family, we have 2 toilets.
You've upgraded.
I have upgraded. I now have 2 separate bathrooms. So never again will I have to wait in the morning.
We're nice.
Yeah.
You don't have to fight with anybody. And has this whole success, has it changed things for you at home? Do you get sort of like approached on the street? Can you not go out to the CD store or whatnot to buy something?
Well, it's been a while since we bought CDs in Scandinavia. But
Thanks. I still like CDs. I like the physical copy of it.
I'm a vinyl guy because the artwork is so big.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
No, I mean, Denmark is a weird place because it's a very equal country. So if you walk into a company, you don't know who's the boss until they're like, hey, by the way, I'm the boss.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you don't know. They're
Okay.
all wearing t-shirts and sandals and they're like, hey, come into a super relaxed office atmosphere.
That's nice.
So I actually take the subway with my daughter. I go shopping and I don't people walk up to me and they're like, hey, great music. But I don't get a lot of the whole selfie screaming teenagers.
Which is nice because then it's a good balance of doing what you love, being in the public eye, and yet not really having the bad side of it, having to run around.
I don't run around with a red leather jacket either.
Yeah.
I just wear my clothes. And then I can be on the bus with my daughter and then I hear some young kids going by and they're like, oh, that's Lukas Graham down there. And,
right.
And then you hear the friend being like, nah, he wouldn't be on the bus.
And what do you do in that situation? Do you ever approach him and go like, yes, it's me?
I actually sometimes, if I'm approached and I'm not in the mood and I'm with my family, and I'm like, yeah, I know I look like him. I get that a lot. But
and people just leave you alone.
My name is Jasper.
Is that your nickname, Jasper?
I can't. That's my nickname. I had a really drunk guy after a concert come up to me and want a picture, and I was like, no, I'm not him. And then he was like,
oh,
well, now I bothered you, Jasper. Can I get a picture with you? And I was like, this is just too much. Come on, man, let's do it. It doesn't happen a lot.
That's awesome. But you do have a nickname. It's called The Duke. How did that come about?
My friend Mariano, who took care of us in kindergarten, who was my babysitter when my mom and dad were out, he called me. He gave everyone special names when we were little.
Right.
And he called me Luke the Duke.
Why?
I don't know. We could call Argentina and ask. Call back to Marty.
Next time, if you ever come into the studio as well, please let me know. If it's like the Duke. I thought it's something you gave yourself, but it's actually from your babysitter.
It's almost a 30-year-old nickname.
Right. Do people still use it now?
Very few. Like some of the really old guys, they still call me the Duke.
The Duke.
And
is it Luke the Duke or just the Duke?
Luke the Duke.
It's a bit of a tongue twister though. Luke the Duke. You can't say that fast.
The Duke. Luke the Duke. Luke the Duke.
You could.
Yeah. I've said it a lot.
Now let's talk about your third album, which is called 3 because it's the third album, and it's called The Purple Album. Well,
yes.
Why? I couldn't figure it out. Why purple?
Okay, so 3 because now there's a mom and a dad and a daughter.
Right, so it's not because it's the number 3 album.
No, because it's actually only the second international album. The first album was only released in Scandinavia and Germany.
I thought you just considered that as part of the whole process, but okay.
And purple comes from my daughter's called Viola.
Yeah.
Violet.
Yeah.
Purple.
Right.
Yeah.
So is the album a tribute to her?
No, but you could say the last album, the Blue album, were a lot of songs about my dead father and the grief and the way of like transcending that and getting over it. You're not supposed to get over the death of a parent. You're supposed to learn to live with it and grow with it
and to accept it.
To accept it as a part of who you are now.
Yeah.
On this album, there are a lot of family related themes. Love Someone, about the fear of losing your family. There's Stick Around for Now. One day I'll break my daughter's heart more than any boy ever will, because I am going to die one day.
Yeah, I know. Makes me cry when you think of that moment, but it's just part of life, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be. Imagine if you lived forever, you wouldn't have to get up in the morning because there would always be another tomorrow.
Yeah, and it would be boring.
What makes us what makes the human experience special is the urgency with which we try to accomplish things, because we know that our time here is finite.
Yeah.
We have to go sometime, and we want to leave our mark on a world that we don't even understand while we're living in it.
That's true. That's true. Wow. This is deep for 9:43 in the morning.
I think it's because I didn't really sleep. I was jet lagged to bits.
Oh, no.
So I was just lying in my bed and I was practicing mindful breathing. I'm like, I am breathing in.
Did it work?
No, I'm breathing out.
It
just kept going.
When was the first time that you started singing? And you said 8 years old?
When I was 8 years old, I started singing professionally in Copenhagen's boys' choir.
Wow.
Yeah.
And talking about singing, you hit some pretty high notes in your album. I'm like, wow, what's the highest note you can hit?
So I can't read music.
Right.
I don't know what keys I'm singing. I know I have 4.5 octaves.
Right.
So that's like half a piano.
Nice. So you don't read music, but you write music, and
I don't play any instruments either. I just make it up. My main thing is words. I read a lot, so I have a lot of words to write down, and then I have my good friends Don Stefano and Rizzy, Future Animals, they're called together, that I write songs with, and they produce the music. And most of the melodies come from them, and some of them come from me. Most of the words then come from me, and some of them.
Nice. So do you have a special place of inspiration for this? Is it like, I don't know, on the roads? Do you sit down purposefully during a session to say, let's do this? Is it in the shower? When does it happen?
It's a mix of things. It's like right before I go to bed, or just when I wake up, or when we sit down and agree today we're going to write a song.
Right.
It changes, and I like the dynamic of that. Sometimes I'm given a piece of music. It's like, do you like this music? And then I can write a song to that. Or I come with some lyrics or a melody to my guys. I'm like, hey, what about this? And so it's like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah. At 8 years old was when you started singing professionally. But
yes.
When did you discover that, actually you have a voice, and a good one at that?
My mom told me since kindergarten, like ever since I could open up my mouth, I could sing with a pitch.
Right.
And I would correct the kindergarten teachers if they were pitching wrong.
What do you mean?
Yeah. I'd be like, no, the song doesn't start there.
Right.
Hannah, the song starts here.
Not there.
Not here, but here.
Right.
And my mom's like, what's going on over here? So they sent me to this choir school, and I went through a vocal test. We were 17 boys and 11 girls in each class, very strict and formal. And so we had like 40 hours a week in school because we were singing so much.
Nice. So that's kind of that has kind of honed your vocal talents, you would say.
Yeah, I mean, once you've done something for 10,000 hours, you can be considered an expert in it. And I've sung for such a long time. Like, I don't warm up a lot. I don't work a lot to maintain my voice.
Right.
I just sing. It's what I do.
And how about you just open your mouth and sing? And how about before a concert? What do you do to warm up? Do you have, like, I don't know, some people do the things, the scales or whatnot. Is there a specific ritual that you go through?
I do a physical workout as a warm up. Physical, like gymnastics rings.
What?
So I do a full 40-minute workout before I go on stage.
Really?
Yeah. I fight to activate my diaphragm and my upper body, open it up, rather than just my vocal cords. Because if you have the concert at, like, say 9 o'clock in the evening, then if you got up at like 9 o'clock in the morning, that gives you 12 hours to talk and sing and warm up your vocal cords. So
True.
You don't necessarily need to warm up the vocal cords. You need to activate the diaphragm and make sure your support is good. And
then you're good to go.
And then let's go.
But aren't you tired before the show has begun because you're doing all this exercise?
No.
I hate exercise.
But it depends what kind. I started with the gymnastic rings a bit more than a year ago.
Right.
And that is really, really fun.
What is this gymnastics rings? Those two rings that you hold on like this?
Yeah.
There's one on one from each hand?
Yes.
And what do? Just hang there?
And then you pull yourself up and over and do all these gymnastic tricks that you see in the Olympics.
And you can do that?
I can do some of it.
Wow.
It's the idea is that in a gym, then it's like, oh, I'm bench pressing more weight.
Yeah.
Where with the gymnastic rings, my body is learning a new movement pattern that it didn't know before.
Right.
So that's way more fun.
Yeah.
And challenging.
Right.
And super hard.
I would imagine. I don't think I'll ever try that. But let's bring it back to the music.
Back to the music.
Okay. Love Someone. We are so digging the song on Class 95. What inspired Love Someone? Is it your daughter? You've got a, I think, 2-year-old daughter called Viola.
Yes.
Is it her or is it?
It's more my girlfriend. Like, I was never really afraid of losing. Then my father died and everything changed. I got into a relationship with my lovely, lovely girlfriend that I've known for ages. And then we got a kid.
Right.
If I'm a bad parent or if I'm not good enough, then my daughter will choose not to see me, or my wife will leave me.
Right.
And I got really afraid that I might lose everything that I'd fought so hard to build and to hold on to.
Right. And that inspired the song. I think it's so relatable.
I think everyone that has a family, like, you don't have to be a parent. Like, everyone knows the feeling of not being good enough, not being adequate, and loving someone so much that you become a little bit afraid that you might lose everything.
Right.
I think it's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing. It makes you appreciate them more as opposed to take them for granted. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, in this day and age with iPhones and Facebook,
yeah,
we tend to take people for granted because we can always contact someone else.
That's true.
But the fact is that the like, your closest people are your closest people, and you need to appreciate people.
So is your girlfriend and your daughter on tour with you as well?
Not on this trip. We're too many cities in too short a time.
So they're at home.
They're at home enjoying cold Scandinavia. They'll be on tour with me in Europe later this year, and for a week in the States as well. And hopefully when we have a longer Asian concert tour where we have a little more time, I think I'm going to have to bring my family out here.
It'll be nice. It'll change the dynamics of how it is on the roads as well, right?
My daughter, she's like, she'll taste my food and she'll be like, a bit spicy. And then I'm like, do you like it? Yeah.
We love her already. We love spicy food. Okay, last question. One interesting or secret thing about you that we don't know.
So, before I got my record deal, I was studying to become a lawyer.
Wow.
Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah.
And I really like food. I am a co-owner of 2 Michelin star restaurants. Not a lot of people know that.
I know you own some restaurants in Copenhagen, but Michelin star restaurants.
We have 2 restaurants with 3 stars in total.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you were a foodie, definitely.
I really, really love food.
And the one dish in the world that you can never say no to? Being a foodie.
Oh,
Just one.
My mom's homemade bread.
Which is?
It's like brown soda bread. It's like an Irish bread that she learned to make from my grandmother.
Nice and warm. I can imagine
Have
already.
that with a bit of butter and some Marmite, which is this really salty black stuff you put on.
We know what Marmite is.
You know Marmite?
Yeah.
Of course. You guys had the English here for a
We
while.
even have Marmite chips in Singapore as well.
Marmite chips?
Oh, they're awesome.
I would have to try that.
They're very good.
Because none of my friends like Marmite.
What?
Because they didn't grow up with it.
What?
They think it's like jam, so they put on a lot on the bread.
no.
And I don't say anything. I'm just waiting for them to bite. But yeah.
It's awesome. Marmite chips. Somebody's going to get him some Marmite chips. Marmite chips.
Damn.
Thank you so much, Lucas, for popping in, and we can't wait to see your showcase. Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
I just want to say thank you very much for listening to our music. Thank you for listening to the songs and connecting with it. I'm very, very grateful that, I grew up in a house without a bathroom, and now I'm 30 years old. I'm in Singapore, and you guys are listening to my songs all the way around the world. It took me like 16 hours to get here. That is, yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
Well, you know what? You're awesome.
I'm shook. Right? Was that the right way of
Yeah,
using it?
shook. Yes. That's awesome.
I'm trying to local slang, just
Got it right. Thank you so much, Lucas. You're awesome. Keep doing what you do. Lucas Graham. Oh, I love him. I love him. You can tell. I really hope you enjoyed that interview. I really wanted to share with you. It was one of those interviews where he was very giving. You know, some artists, I can tell you, they are like, they answer a little bit and they keep quiet. He was just so giving and so sharing. You could tell that he's intellectual as well. The type of guy I think you could call a friend and you could sit down and have hours of conversation and just talk about the world, about everything. You know what I mean? That's Lukas Graham. Go and check out his music, okay? In the meantime, we're going to come up and I've got a bit of trivia about Ariana Grande in just a bit. But let's do some greetings. Hello, all your greetings. Want to say hi to Ernestine, or is it Ernestine, who is tuning in from Malaysia. Hello, neighbor. Says, wave a big hello. Okay, hang on. Let me get my sleeves out. Wave. That's a big hello. Big enough, not, huh? It says, send a sweet kiss to my dearest godparents in Singapore, David Liu and Christine Liu. Hey, Dave and Christine. To my dearest David Papa and Chris Mama, I won't be able to visit you these days till maybe the second half of year 2020 when this whole MCO and CB is over. I think in Malaysia it's called MCO. I miss our time together and I miss you guys lots. Stay safe, everyone. And may David Papa get better every day. And happy Mother's Day in advance to you, Chris Mama. Happy Mother's Day. Don't forget, reminder, 10th of May is Mother's Day. Debbie says, greetings to my family, to Daddy Lo, Mumsy, Sister Joyce, Sophia, Aiden and friends, Hong Yu, Yi Hong, Zeng Zeng, Jing Ni, Lian Ying, and Kai Mei. It says, with lots of love from Dim Sum Town. Okay, we're going to go on air, so I'll finish that in a bit. Class 95, the best mix of music, a bit of Ariana Grande with No Tears Left to Cry. This is a very huge song with a lot of meaning behind it. Now, here's the deal. Ariana Grande on 22nd of May 2017 at about 10:30 p.m. She just finished her concert in Manchester. 20,000 people. Just wrapped it up like everybody was on a high. And then a suicide bomber detonated a bomb, killing 22 people and ignoring many others. So Ari was just devastated, as you can imagine anybody in that position. She suffered from anxiety, depression, and she thought that she would never perform again. A lot of people decided that she probably won't perform again. But you know what? She did. She picked herself back up and she didn't just perform again. She organized a charity concert. She brought together some of the world's biggest singers, songwriters. They did this massive charity concert just 2 weeks after the bombing, playing to 50,000 people. I'm getting goosebumps. You can't see because I'm wearing all this, but just goosebumps thinking about it. Playing to 50,000 people. And the benefits went towards the victims of the Manchester bombing. And the most important message that I think that comes out of this is that hate and darkness will never win. That was her message, and this is Ari talking about it.
I think just looking at my fans and the way that they responded to it, and like of course the city of Manchester and how they responded to it with so much like unity and strength and love and like fearlessness, and I just never really seen anything like it, and I was like, that's not the reaction to have, is to like recoil and just like go away, because I went right home. I went to Florida and I was like, I was like, I'm not putting those costumes on again. I can't sing those songs again. I was like, I can't. I was like, I love y'all. I can't do it. I was like, there's no way. And then I was trying to go to sleep that night, and it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like the right decision. I think we should set a better example and kind of like celebrate their lives, you know what I mean? And try to like not let hate or like violence or any kind of darkness of that magnitude win in the scenario. I think a mixture of just like the love from my fans and like seeing people be there for one another and help each other heal, and therapy and time, you find the light eventually. And it's still, a work in progress, but I think the sense of community that I saw in response to what happened was the best example of humanity.
I love that. So never let hate and darkness win. If that comes to you, never respond with hate and darkness in return. We respond with love, and we're all going to be a better society. We're all going to be better people for that. I really wanted to share that with you. It's Yasmin with you. Happy Vesak Day. You want to win some money? We've got money on Class 95. Portugal, the man with Feel It Still is the song of the hour. So here's the deal. Today is the final day that you can qualify for our final spin and win, which will be happening tomorrow. So if you're new to this, we've been doing it for quite a while. Every single hour on Class 95, you listen out for a song of the hour. Then when you hear it, you pick up your phone and then you call. If you're the first caller, you qualify. Now, every week we have one winner, but this week is extra special. Okay, extra special is the final one. The first two callers tomorrow at about 8:30 a.m. on Muttons in the morning, when they say call now, and you're the caller number one and caller number two, you will both win $5,000 in cash. Pew, 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 pew. Money, 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 money. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you qualify, okay? Portugal, the man with Feel It Still. In the meantime, music flows. I've got a bit of Maroon 5 with She Will Be Loved right here on Singapore's number one English radio station. It's Class 95. My guns work this time, although no more money in here already. Okay, let's just quickly continue because we didn't finish the greeting. Ayo, Debbie, so long, so many names. To family, Daddy Lo, Mumsy, Sister Joyce, Sophia, Aiden, and friends, Hong Yu, Yi Hong, Zhen Zhen, Jing Ni, Lian Ying, Kai Mei, stay safe in Singapore. Extended love from Dim Sum Town. What is Dim Sum Town? Sounds like a town that I want to go visit. I love dim sum. Can't wait to be back due to COVID season, but hopefully by July. Okay, time to wrap up our...
It's Yassie's poll of the day.
It's all about weather. Now, if you could choose, and this is not like, I'm talking about 2-week vacation, kind of a little reprieve, okay? This is like every single day, this is going to be the weather. Winter cold, think Canada cold, like really cold, or New York City cold, versus summer heat. So who's saying what? Elizabeth, hey Elizabeth, who says, Team winter cold, definitely. I'm cooking today and sweating buckets in the kitchen. You can layer your clothes, but how much can you take off in the heat? Okay. As you can tell, I'm team summer heat. Like Aloysius, who says summer heat anytime. So troublesome with the layering to keep warm in winter. Not to mention how your jacket smells after a meal. That is true. For example, those small yakiniku Japanese barbecue restaurants. Oh my goodness, you're going to come out smelling like barbecue all day long the next day and the following day. Jamie says, team winter cold, without a doubt. Skin glows naturally during winter and makeup doesn't melt. That is true. Makeup doesn't melt, but your skin doesn't glow because it's very dry. So I agree with you half and half on that. Desmond says, team summer heat, so I can dippity dip in the pool. Nice. Personally, I'm team summer heat. Now, if you go to winter cold countries, Shopping is a nightmare. First, you can only have like 5 items into the changing room, right? Then you must take off your scarf. Then you got to take off your jacket. Then you take off your top or your sweater. Then you've got your inner lining in there. It's just so irritating. Then you can put it all back on. No, not for me. But, okay. Results. What do we have? Winter cold versus summer heat. Who is winning? Team Winter Cold wins. I'm always on the losing team. 70% of the votes. That's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Vesak Day. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.
Class95.
This program is available on demand for free on MeWatch.
Tonight on 5.
Parental guidance is advised for the following program.
Come in.
Fizzo for Lizzo?
Oh, you can put that right over there. Oh, and we need some more toilet paper in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
Oh, and one more thing.